Hi, my name is Ricky Waite. I'm 15 years old and run RLSlimes, and this is a day in my life. The name of my business is RLSlimes. I will get around 30 to 70 to maybe even 80 orders a week. Within 2 weeks, I've made roughly $2,000, maybe $2,500 off of just Etsy orders. Now that it's summer, I have a lot more time for slime, definitely. It's 7:30 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some breakfast for myself before I head upstairs to start doing some work. So I grabbed my water bottle, my computer, and my phone, some of the essentials. My slime room is actually in my attic, which we just recently renovated to be more of a slime space for me. So this is my slime workplace. I'll give you a quick tour of the whole area. This is my to-do today for all of today. We'll be checking things off as we go. I've been spending anywhere from 4 to 10 hours working on slime just because there's so much to do recently, whether it's social media advertising on TikTok or it's getting stuff up on my Instagram. So the next slime that I have to make is Fruit Loops Ices. I'm going to take my Elmer's clear glue quart. I'm going to pour this entire quart size into here. I'm going to start adding some activator. This is my 1 cup hot water to 1 teaspoon borax powder ratio activator. So I'm going to start pouring this into my bowl. Currently 8:20 a.m. I have to post my first TikTok video of the day at 8 o'clock, so it's about time for that. I filmed a video for it last night that I saved as a draft, so I'm going to be uploading that right now.
And we're reviewing some slime. Ooh, I like this one.
What was your reaction when Addison Rae posted a review of your slime?
The day after, like 24 hours, I sold out. It was like 150 slimes, which was a lot.
These slimes are from Ricky, and he wrote us this really sweet letter, and he's really awesome and sent us plenty of slimes with descriptions of why he sent them, and here's all his platforms. I love it. I love the smell of this one.
Oh, it's very sticky.
Okay, it's not really that sticky. He just doesn't know how to play with slime. But I like this one. I rate this 10 out of 10.
I sold out really fast, which I wasn't expecting. If I would have known, I would have restocked a lot more, but I did the next week, and I sold out in 3 hours on that restock. So while my slime is mixing, I'm going to take the opportunity to film my second TikTok of the day to post on my TikTok account. So I'll save that to my drafts and continue working on that as I continue making the slime. But I do everything really for the company except for the finances. My mom does that because I'm not 18. It's nice and stretchy. So this is perfect, exactly what we want for our icy slime base.
He's said for several years now he wants to run his own company. My husband and I, our reaction to this taking off the way it has just been pure shock. He does all the ordering, he does all the making of the slime, the production, he orders all the shipping supplies. He probably does 95% of it, and the 5% that we do is balancing his accounts on a monthly basis.
So right now it's about 11:30, and I have an Instagram post that goes up every single day at 12 p.m. So right now I'm doing the video for it. What I can do now is edit the video, get a caption for it, and then upload it at 11:57 so that I have enough time to do a story post for it also before 12 o'clock. Okay, so it's a little after 12. I had my lunch break, and I posted my slime video on Instagram and TikTok. So now I'm going to go ahead and get all of my orders from last night out to the post office. So what we're going to do, we have 2 big bins of mailers that we're going to put in the trunk. Little thing of boxes from bigger orders that we're going to put in the back as well. Let's go. So I'm turning 16 this summer, but I have my learner's permit, so I'll be driving with my dad to the post office. In about 7th grade, I was introduced to slime by my friend Leah. It was a hobby for, I'd say, probably 6 months to maybe even a year. It was more of a hobby than an actual business. It was the summer of 2017 when I created my Etsy account. That's when I started changing from just solely posting on Instagram to then starting shipping orders, and that's when I really started getting more into the business side of it. So now that the slime batch is done, I'm going to transfer this into the big container.
When Ricky started doing slime, it was a messy business, and I was hoping it was just going to be a quick fad that he was going through. It was going to end quickly. We both have been in awe over what he's been able to do with this.
When I first started, I was making slime for my classmates, so I would make them like a Ziploc bag full of slime.
But when did you know that it could be a business? When people started becoming interested in buying the slime from you, seeing it in school?
I mean, I did start selling it in school, but, that got shut down pretty quickly since there was slime on the school carpets. And I really saw the potential in it when I saw other people around me in the slime community that were bigger than me, seeing how much they made off of slime and everything that they've done with it. I just kind of thought that it was really crazy that people would do so much with glue and borax.
So how did you learn all of this?
I mean, a lot of it is just trial and error. Karina Garcia on YouTube, she was really big at the time for slime, so watching her tutorials.
Pink, voila.
Basic ingredients is a PVA-based glue, so for me, I use Elmer's. It takes me about an hour to make a 1 to 2 gallon batch of base.
How does it feel to run your own company as someone being 15 years old?
Yeah, it's definitely surreal. I mean, I've always wanted to own a business, so doing this now and having success with it is just really cool. So now that I have this slime in the base, I'm going to finish the TikTok that I was making. I'm going to now be adding my Fruit Loop scent. This is one of my all-time favorite scents because it smells so realistic. Just it's all over.
Does it get overwhelming as a teen to go to school, do homework, be a kid, and have this business?
So it definitely can be overwhelming, very overwhelming, but I make sure that it all works out. I've done an okay job at balancing it, I guess you could say.
The kid takes honors classes. He gets straight A's. I get great reviews from his teachers.
Also had an entire slime convention.
He negotiated a conference by himself.
I was able to rent 2 full ballrooms for an entire day. I was actually able to kind of take charge of the meeting, which I thought was really cool for a 13-year-old. So that's where I've made the most profit. I made about $20,000 off of that convention. Just looking back at it, it's really crazy to think that I was able to coordinate, run, and execute an entire trade show convention with 1,000 attendees. 2017 was a pretty crazy year for me. I had a lot of epic highs and then some pretty low lows.
Fast-moving wildfires exploding across wine country, forcing tens of thousands to flee their homes.
On October 8th of 2017, it was around 11 o'clock at night, and Ricky actually came in and woke us up and said, "Mom, Dad," and very calm. He was so calm. And he said, "Mom, there's a fire. We need to evacuate." And we went out and looked out our door, and the entire ridge was on fire. There were 5,800 homes that were burned that night in our small little community.
For about a week, we didn't know if our house was gone. 17 acres, so all of the acreage burned up until the foundation of our house. So our house was saved by a strike team of firefighters who lived on our deck practically for about 2 weeks fighting this fire.
His entire school was affected. Part of his school burned, but slime was still super important to him, and he still wanted to continue doing it. He said his resiliency and being able to come out of that and continue on has just, I can't help but be in awe.
Recently in 2019, there was the Kincaid fire, which we were evacuated from for 2 weeks. None of our property burned, but the property next to ours and our neighbor, their entire property burned and their house burned. Having to keep up my business throughout this has been a big challenge for me. It's what are my priorities? Do I prioritize keeping my business over trying to handle school with all the fires and doing distant learning? Trying to find that balance at the time was very, very difficult, but I was able to push through. So definitely proud of myself for being able to keep up with my business throughout the fires that we've had. Right now, I'm just trying to get through high school, so I'm going to be packaging Fruit Loops Icy right now. I want to go to college for business, something I want to create a career out of. This is something I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to go ahead and label each and every one of these slimes, and then I'm going to get them ready to package.
What is some advice you have for other teens who want to start their own business?
Definitely make sure that you're passionate about it, because if you're not passionate about it, people will be able to tell. It's a lot of work. I lose a lot of sleep over it, having to post like 10 times a day on like a TikTok account when like you just want to lay down in bed and like watch Netflix. Okay, so as you can see, we got all of these slimes packaged. So I have every single one of the slimes that I sold from the previous night right here. I definitely wish people would maybe kind of view it as more of an actual job rather than just like a side hustle that a teenager's doing. It's 11 p.m. I finished all my tasks for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face, brush my teeth, and go to sleep. Thanks for following along a day in my life.